Virgo, this week, your animal that wants to come out and guide you here is the elephant, which is a very prosperous and auspicious sign for you. Actually, this is the breaker of barriers. So if any blockages are coming up in your life, trust that they will be removed. I do also feel like this week you are being called to have some thick skin and also to remember your power. Whenever the elephant comes up, they are very, they're gentle giants until they're protective of themselves or others, or if they need to break they need something. So for you guys, I really feel like it's about kind of pulling that power from yourself in order to push past obstacles and to get what it is that you want. Okay, it is a very auspicious card. I love the elephant. As you can see, I have some elephants down here too, so it's pretty awesome for you guys. So okay, I like it. Let's dive into a reading and see how it resonates for you guys. Okay, let's see, for my lovely Virgos for this week, that came out already. That's not how I'm taking the cards, but I will take it for you. You have the To Be Fair card coming in. Okay, sometimes this reminds me of justice, as you can see, because there's scales here. So there could be some legal situations coming up for you, in which case things will be leveled out. Fairness and karma is coming into your life, which is pretty awesome. But also, every time this card comes out, she's got scales here. There's a fortune cookie on one of them, which is in one of the other cards, which has a little paper coming out saying nope. And it represents the not for you card. Okay. And then we have this little pearl on the other, which represents value. So when this card comes in, it's about a life review. It's time to get clear on what you want and what you do not want, and what around you is aligned to what you desire. Okay, it's a life review. It's time to get rid of anything that's been holding you back, anything that's not aligned to your best version of yourself. All right, and to get rid of it. Right, it's time to remove that from your world so that you can have balance in your life. It just like the justice card and the to be fair, that saying, I feel like it's about having, not having a bias with your opinion. You might want something in your life, you might think it's balanced and fair, but Spirit's saying use your intuition. Is this really? So connect with yourself. See how it feels. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna put this over here. I'm also gonna take another one out for you. Round and round. So some of you are stuck in a cycle. Again, the elephant can push through any barrier or blockage here. So whatever you're feeling is a blockage and that you're stuck in, don't worry. Like I said earlier, it feels like you have to call upon a certain power within yourself to break through a certain barrier. Interesting. So round and round is a karmic cycle. I think that's why Spirit's saying this is a time for a life review. It's time to really figure out what you're spending a lot of your time and energy doing, or what is around you. Is it taking your energy? Is it giving you energy? Okay, another time that this is coming out, you've got Angel of Strength, number 5 over here, which is all about necessary changes and also using your strength. Just like that lion is coming through to protect this maiden here. The strength card and this angel of strength is a reminder that there's strength in vulnerability. There's a time to be nurturing, kind, and compassionate, and there's a time to, I'm hearing kick ass. There's a time to kick ass. Feels like you're being called to let that beast out a little bit here, because maybe compassion has kind of led you in a bit of a cycle, which is so interesting. It feels like a very powerful week. Of course, a balance of both is necessary, but what's been working for you and what's not been working for you, because it's time to kind of, again, have a little bit of a review. But it's interesting how I said elephants really kind of show their strength when they're being protective. And just look at that lion. Just like a cat, it's got its hair standing up. It's in that kind of like protective position, intimidating position. Interesting. 4th chakra. What are you protecting? Is it your heart? Your heart chakra. This is a right to love and be loved. Interesting. It's to do with your feelings. Okay. Let's see how this comes up. I wonder what is significant about this heart chakra. You got Archangel Raphael. Let's see. All right, Spirit, for Virgos, let's get 3 of these. You get extra cards, guys. Right, you have impatience coming through, so do not block your own blessings by interfering with the universe's timing of something, okay? This is not a time to take action on things that Spirit's saying, be patient with, okay? Don't force things into being. I think that's important. Take action, have a life review. Like, I'm not saying not to do those things, but if there is something you're trying to manifest, allow it to run its course. Allow it to the universe to bring it in when it needs to. Okay, something that they want you to work on this week is your self-worth. The story behind this is only those who deem themselves worthy are able to see the throne. Okay, and of course the throne is about wealth and power in your life. So, and control, really, those who are in the throne are in control. So for some of you, that's something that they're wanting you to deal with and to step into. All right, and you have isolation as well. So, I mean, such a Virgo energy, right? Now, when isolation comes up in a reading, you may be isolating yourself from others at this time and keeping yourself to yourself. In some ways, that's great. I mean, you are a hermit, you are the Virgos, right? So it makes sense why this might be your natural instinct, because that's why you reflect and you analyze, which is fine. Because you have to be fair and a life review needed, that's fine to do that. But don't block yourself from being around others who could give you opportunities and help you in any way. Don't deny yourself of opportunities just because you'd rather keep to yourself, okay? That little thing here, I always say person, but I don't know what the hell that is. I just know it's got a hand, and in that hand, it's got an invitation. And it's making excuses as why it cannot go. It says, I have not got anything to wear. But it does, right? So for some of you, maybe it's about no longer hibernating. It's time to shine bright. It's time to put yourself out there. It's time to put yourself in a position of self-worth. You are deserving. Okay, it's time to protect yourself and maybe even protect a dream and a desire. Maybe it's time to come out of that cycle. What's coming to mind? A little bit of a negative cycle, maybe even. But let's dive into the rest of your reading. Let's go into the Let Go Flow cards. All I'm saying is I feel like this is going to be a very powerful reading. Feel free to be free. Free yourself and let go. You can be who you want to be and express yourself. Love it. And perfect match. Ooh, pure alignment. This belongs together. Union. I love that in terms of relationships. It's amazing. But something I have to say is like perfect match. This card always reminds me of like what you desire also desires you. Like you're a perfect match for something. So, and we have balance here as well. So, and it feels like that throne. So your goal, that's yours. It's got your name written all over it, Virgo. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, let's dive into your reading. Let's see what's going to unfold here for you guys. Okie dokie. Let's see, please, Spirit. Let's shuffle once more. I'm hearing like an animal call. I don't know why. Why do animals make noises, by the way? Is it territory? I wonder. Someone tell me. Right, let's see for Virgos. The Five of Pentacles. So you're feeling a little bit at a loss here. Maybe there's like an inner wound going on here. Feeling at lack financially maybe. Or, maybe you just feel at lack in comparison to your goals and your dreams. The Five of Wands is a feeling of abandonment. Feeling unsupported. And again, feeling like these people are wounded as well. So all these feelings could be something that you're experiencing this week. The Two of Cups. All right, there is lover here. There is soulmates here. We have perfect match. So if you do know somebody and you feel a little bit special towards them, this could be your soulmate. Okay, heart chakra here. Let's see a little bit more. And the Wheel of Fortune. Your fate is changing, Virgo. When this card comes in, it means that the seasons are changing. The wheel is turning. So you're moving out of one season of your life into another. So maybe the season of your life is feeling at lack, maybe abandonment wounds, maybe feeling, again, maybe in scarcity mindset. Feeling at a loss in life somehow. Let's see what else. The Ten of Pentacles, wow. Right underneath the Five of Pentacles as well. Now, there's a few things I have to say about this. Some of you are really kind of removing any money blocks and, beliefs that might be blocking you financially. By the way, this is going from a lack mindset to an abundant one. So in terms of finances, I'm seeing a lot of finances being gained here. And I wonder what that jump is. Maybe it's fortune. This could be luck, by the way. This is also fate. This is interesting. It feels like a fated situation is unfolding here. The season's changing here. Your why is Virgo readings always such like not a mystery, but they're always very metaphorical in my mind. Like we get animal callings and all that kind of stuff, but we will clarify all of these as well, Virgo. But let's see, you're stepping into abundance. That's the season you're stepping into. By the way, this could be something that you've been trying to attain for a while, because you have this round around card. It's almost like maybe always at the last moment you interfere with it or something, or you get a bit impatient here, or I don't know, maybe your self-worth blocks it, or you just withdraw and isolate. Like there's something here about that. Let's dive in a little bit more. Let's get you a few more cards and we'll clarify all of these. You have the Lovers underneath, the Two of Cups. Spirit is aligned right now. Right. This is also a card about choices. So your choices are so important moving forward. I will say again, because you're a perfect match and heart chakra, I really do feel like you've met your match. If you have met someone, if you haven't yet, you're about to. All right. It's also really good for collaborations and, communicating with like-minded people who do care about you, by the way, as well. It's really, really good for community. For Virgos this week, Page of Wands could be some good news coming through for you. Let's dive deeper into this card. For this to come through under the Wheel of Fortune, you could really hear about something that sparks some sort of idea for you. This usually is my card of like word of mouth. Sometimes it can be about gossip, which is why I want to clarify it for you. But because it's coming up underneath this change of seasons for you, this complete change, round and round, and that wheel, I don't know, something helps you to break free and to step into absolutely an abundant situation in your life. But let's see what this is about, Virgos. Let's give this a little shuffle. Now, what do I see here about protecting yourself? Because I will dive into it if it doesn't come up. You get a very protective energy here. All right, for this Five of Pentacles, Judgment, releasing any limitations, any scarcity mindset. All right, this is a kind of a surrendering and being free from any worries and doubts and fears that have plagued your mind. Okay, any worries that have crept in, even if, let's say, like you're worried about your bank, for example, like it kind of feels like even if this is how things are at the moment, Judgment is all about truth. It's a calling. All right, it's surrendering so like you can rise up to the next chapter of your life. So whatever is holding you back here, making you feel that loss, that lack, even if it's to do with a person, I think you have to release it, because everything is going to unfold the way that it needs to. And this really is kind of showing me the wheel is really turning. What will be, Virgo. That's something that they really want you to know. This is not the right time to worry, to doubt, to fear, to fixate on these wounds that you have. Like, unless you're healing it, then it's fine. But it's really a big time where you're really kind of pushing beyond limitations and anything that's got you held back. I want another one. High Priestess, you're being called to follow your gut instinct, your intuition, your inner guidance. There's absolutely a calling coming through for you guys that's going to help move you out of any scarcity that you have at the moment. Both major arcana cards here. So big changes when it comes down to your finances. Okay, big changes when it comes down to your inner self. Any wounds that you felt, any holes in your life, they will be filled. Amen. I'm hearing amen. Absolutely. Just follow your calling, because usually in the Judgment, you have an angel blowing a trumpet here, and that's a sign to rise up here. So, follow your inner guidance. I think it's very important. The Two of Cups, Ten of Cups as well. Happiness. This is great for really good conversations with people who are your soul tribe, by the way. The Ten of Cups is not only happiness and forever, happily ever after. It's somebody who you'll have a future with. It's people who you will have in your future. It's just an ultimately very, very happy card. So whoever you're communicating with this week, not only could be the love of your life, Virgo, but outside of love and relationships, these are really people who can help you to attain that Ten of Cups. So partnerships and collaborations that are really going to take you to that happiness that you desire. So even if it's work projects, even if it's legal situations, like you're finding the right people who are here to help you have this happiness and success. Like Spirit is really in your reading here and in your life, actually. Right. The Wheel of Fortune, the mystery card. Eight of Swords. This season of change is happening because you're breaking through any kind of limitations that you have going on internally. All right, Eight of Swords is definitely a feeling of being stuck. But in a lot of ways, the Eight of Swords as well is like when you actually look at the situation, instead of seeing just problems, looking for the solution, even if it takes some time and a little bit of adjusting, you will find a solution. Everything has a solution, even if it's leaving something behind or completely changing something, right? There's always forward movement. Now, in this illustration of the card, which I absolutely love in the Light Seer's deck, the way that she sees herself is important, right? In her reflection, the way that she sees herself is she's stuck, she's trapped, she's bounded, there's no hope, right, in her situation. She's plagued by these crows. But in her reality, that's not the case. So for some of you, really, where this fortune is coming from and what the changes are in your life is really you're breaking through internal limitations. Anything that's been, again, it really is subconscious beliefs. And if you're not working on it, this is your sign to work on it here, to be free. That's that round around energy. Some of you need to not repeat the problems in your mind, because that's, again, you're focusing on the problems. Start to focus on solutions, or even be open to it for spirit to come in and to show you. But you are really entering freedom with that Wheel of Fortune. That season that you're entering is freedom, is absolute removal of any limitations here and blockages here. Right, 10 of Pentacles. Temperance, patience is important. This 10 of Pentacles is yours. That abundance, that goal, that end all be all, financial stability, windfall, whatever it is, that's yours already. Temperance says bring yourself into balance, take your time. That feels like it's absolutely yours already. And because you have impatience here as well, it's like surrender because some of you feel very maybe unaligned at the moment. That could be what the 5 of Pentacles is about. Like, again, maybe at the moment things really don't feel like you're on path to that 10 of Pentacles, right? Whatever that is to you, abundance of any shape or form. That's why surrender is here with the Judgment, to release judgment of the situation, allow it to be up to spirit, and also following your gut instinct too. And also, the High Priestess is also about the subconscious mind. So it really feels like you're dealing with this, and because of that, you're being brought into balance to double up what your life looks like already. Double up. Right, now with the Lovers, you have the Page of Swords. Interesting. Let's get another one for that. Make sure you do your research before making any decisions this week, Virgo. And the Page of Wands is interesting. Could be a few decisions you have to make this week, but I feel like both of these come from a place of like creativity, which is interesting. Of the Page of Swords is about diving deep into information, okay, figuring out what's going on underneath all the layers here. She's reading a book here. She's got all these light bulbs about ideas. The Page of Wands is also about inspiration. One for the Page of Wands over here. The Queen of Wands, love that. So again, this is really about stepping into like a confident era for yourself, which is great because again, maybe that's something that's made you feel, if you've been impatient, you've been lacking self-worth, and you've been isolating yourself, like all of these kind of feel like you've not really been believing in yourself, or that these things are possible for you, or you felt like a lot of blockages had more power than you had in your life, right? Which makes sense. But it feels like that's also what you're releasing. There's some good news coming through and things that are going to make you feel super excited. And also you're stepping into a confident side of yourself here, which is awesome. A leader, okay? A leader in your life. And one more for the Lovers. 8 of Cups, walking away from things that don't serve you anymore. So this is a really good time to study and to research, like we said with these pages. Like it's about seeking things that inspire you. The same as the To Be Fair card, that's what it feels like with the Lovers actually, which is interesting. Because there are some things in your life that are not for you. Okay, maybe some triggers that are in your life at the moment that might be, coming from a lack perspective or coming from a low vibration. Like ultimately there's a lot of movement happening. You're leveling up. That's what Judgment represents to me as well. Like, and you have the Wheel of Fortune, and you clearly have this abundance coming into your life, and love and happiness, right? It's all there. you're aligning yourself to the things that are a match for you, which are great things. But it feels like you really are having to let go of things that are getting in the way of that. And only you will know what these things are. Things that are blocking your creativity, things that are blocking your desire to learn more, Virgo, whatever it is. It's a really good time to analyze this week on what could be potentially holding you back or not. Alrighty, can I get a card out, please, Spirit, for what is Virgo protecting in this moment? 3 of Wands. Something you're waiting for. Let's see what this is. Something that you're waiting for, that you're feeling protective about. 7 of Cups. There's something you're a bit confused about. What's this protective energy that we said earlier? The 2 of Cups. Could be love. Okay, could be to do with a relationship, or remember you have the 2 of Cups with the 10 of Cups. It feels like it's your relationship or your happiness, your connections to others. Maybe if you are single, then that could be where there's maybe a few options here, but you're waiting for the right thing, right? Because you don't want anyone to get into the vulnerable side of yourself. So maybe that lion is here kind of testing people, like eyeing people up a little bit here. Because really at the moment, you really are weighing up what's good for you and what's not. So maybe that's to do with your relationships too. And in a way, I'm tapping into also this kind of balanced energy. I feel like the maiden is super strong within her own self, right? She's understanding and she does not fear the lion. Ultimately, that's the story behind it, right? So she doesn't look like the epitome of strength, but she is super, super strong because she's bold, she's courageous. This is something that you are stepping into, but of course, the first thing you got to do first is to deal with your self-worth, right? It's to deal with any of the limitations that you've been feeling, that feeling of anxiety and worry and, oh my goodness, what if people don't agree with me that I am deserving of the throne, or whatever it is. What if people don't give the throne to me, whatever the success is that you desire, whatever it is, the status, whatever it is, abundance. There are some fears lingering here. Of course, this being anxious and being fearful is definitely not being confident, right? Or trusting. So that definitely feels like something that you're dealing with. Maybe having to, instead of being shy, I don't know why I'm seeing it as that, because the lion would absolutely take action on things, and maybe the maiden would be like, okay, whatever, I don't want drama. Like, that's what it feels like. And I'm not saying that you're going after drama. It's almost like if people deny something from you, or if something happens, or even if it's within yourself, it feels like that lion is necessary. That elephant is necessary. It feels like, don't be afraid to kind of tap into that side of yourself. I hope it makes sense to you. Like, I really do see this elephant like just completely like charging at something here. It's interesting. Especially with the heart chakra. I do think that's coming up because there is love coming up for you. And maybe there are some things about it where you might have, again, some like worries or stress or, some beliefs about love that might need your attention. But I feel like as well, like, I don't know. That's where the confusion is, though. The 7 of Cups. It's like almost maybe in the past you're like, I really want this thing and I really, 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 really want it and I'm waiting for it. But if it's not, I don't know, the 7 of Cups is almost like you're having other options open just in case something gets in the way of it. But that's the thing, like the elephant and the lion are almost like pouncing on it. Like I don't know what they're trying to say here, but it's not being passive is really what I want to say. But I just didn't want to say it like that. No longer being passive, like you're no longer allowing things to unfold out of your control. Of course, it just feels like you're protective of yourself. That's it. Of your heart, what you're deserving of. It feels like there's a side of yourself that is more like compassionate, nurturing, like kind, and there's a part of yourself that says screw it when it's feeling disrespected, you know? And that's what it feels like they want you to step into this week, is don't be afraid to completely change things up and to aggressively go after something if that is what you need to move forward, to remove barriers and blockages. At the moment, the barriers and blockages do look like it's to do with more of a mentality than anything else. But of course, Five of Pentacles, like we said, could be financial loss and maybe an unexpected financial burden coming up, or maybe it is to do with feeling like hard done by people, or whatever it is. I feel like the lion and the elephant are almost working together to go, I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting that. Like, I'm going to push forward even further to get where I want to go, or to get what I want. That's what it feels like. You're no longer being passive. There we go, my angels. I don't know. I love you guys. I wish you all the best. Please let me know how the reading was for you, because I'm super interested to figure out how it is for you. I send you my love. I wish you all the best. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you guys next time. All right.